Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. The Cardinals will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So North Carolina's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Pucks it out of the air. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Rides the back on the option to give. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Barnett. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The handoff to Johnson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and goal.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Louisville's offense will take the field for the first time. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And the Cardinals will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Already is intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The short hands, it's Messer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Hauls it in. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Fires downfield. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Backed up now, here's second and long. The give to the back. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. They'll give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Trying play action. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking, is harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
And the Tar Heels are marching down the field. To the ground with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner is stopped. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Safe completion on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Barnett. Under fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll run the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. He's got it on the run. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Had to settle for the field goal. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off play action on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Tar Heels have taken it inside the 20. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Slips a tackle. Bunch formation for these receivers. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Tar Heels are rolling down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires left. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. To throw. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That's reeled in. It's Golden. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan has the lead right now, but unless Desmond Howard or Anthony Carter come running out of that tunnel, I'm not ready to say this one's over. They're up by just 1 over Michigan State.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And the Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the... This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Messer. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. This time he's got his man. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Skinner. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Moves away as he feels pressure. Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pop the draw. Got enough for the first. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant. third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Nice move to keep running. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, North Carolina! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're after him. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when